Mark chapter 3, verse 7. But Jesus withdrew himself with his disciples to the Sea of Galilee here, not the Mediterranean, and a great multitude from Galilee followed him and from Judea. You would expect from Galilee because that's where he's been. This may be the first time that we're specifically stating that they're coming from areas beyond what we have already covered.
Some interesting play on the words here. So when it says that Jesus withdrew himself, that Greek word withdraw also brings with it the sense of someone who's retreated from battle.
Right.
But it's actually used in the Iliad and in Joshua 8:15 in the Septuagint. It's like he's withdrawn to rearm and regroup from battle.
Right, okay.
And because Mark hasn't actually used that word that he uses all the way through his gospel, which is immediately, then I guess that what that is suggestive of is perhaps that Jesus withdrew from this conflict after a period of time, stepped himself out of it.
You've mentioned the military, and of course, when you are writing about military history, and when you say withdraw, it's not a defeat. No. It's not like they're moving away, but it can often be seen as a negative for some reason.
Give ground to gain advantage. That's how we should look at this. So Jesus is not withdrawing himself necessarily because he's losing the plot or losing conflict here. He's withdrawing himself because where he is at this moment is counterproductive to the mission that he's going to be doing. So he's withdrawing to gain advantage.
This is also a bit of foreshadowing because later he has a getaway mechanism that will be hauled up on the beach following him, no doubt, which is the boat.
Proper prior planning prevents something poor performance.
Right. Verse 8, and from Jerusalem and from Idumea and from beyond Jordan, and they about Tyre and Sidon, a great multitude, when they had heard what great things he did, came unto him. Now, we're talking quite a big area. It's amazing to think that modern Israel is only the size of New Jersey, although that's quite large still in itself for people to, in these days, to go and find this guy in the Sea of Galilee. But we're talking some distance, aren't we, here with these names? Jerusalem, the big city. Now, at this point, they reckon the population was anything up to 40,000 people. That doesn't mean they're all coming out, but there's a lot of people that can or would. But Idumea is interesting because that is south of Jerusalem, and it's in the Negev region. We're talking about the desert country, aren't we?
Very far down. So it's the area to the west of the Dead Sea. A lot of people would probably know that region from Masada, where the siege took place and the Jews killed themselves rather than being taken captive, right on the coast there of the Dead Sea.
We're talking going down towards Egypt at this point. Also from beyond Jordan, that's going to the east, towards the Hellenistic area, the Decapolis.
We'd call today's Transjordan. And the Decapolis is a Gentile area. It doesn't tell us that there were Gentiles that were coming there.